We're here at the legislature where decisions are made about the grizzly bear hunt, that 91% of British Columbians are opposed to having. Sonia Furstenau is here. She's the Green Party candidate for Cowichan Valley. And early on, she learned a real respect for nature and for wildlife and for the ecosystems that they need for their survival. Sonia was very involved with protecting the old-growth forests in the Walbran Valley, and for the last 4 years has worked in her community to stop the dumping of contaminated soil in the Shawnigan watershed. Sonia?
Thank you very much. Thank you for hosting us, the Squaw Mountain Songhees First Nation. Thank you to everybody who's here. Thank you for organizing. And it is actually kind of nice to be doing a speech on the legislature that's not about the Shawnigan watershed, which is what we've been doing for so many years. I watched a video the other day that came up on my Facebook feed. You may have seen it. It's a heroic group of young people, helping a young black bear who was frantically running around a meadow with a bucket stuck on his head. Has anybody seen this video? It's 6 minutes long, and I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. To finally remove the bucket, one thankfully very large man had to lie right on top of the bear, while 3 others worked to cut the bucket off with a saw. They finally get it off, and the bear runs away into the woods, spared what would have really been a horrible death of starvation. The people who did this put themselves at risk. It's clear from the video how powerfully strong the bear is, and yet they chose to help an animal that was clearly suffering. They chose to potentially put themselves in harm's way to do so. That's what we're capable of as humans. Empathy, compassion, kindness. We're capable of understanding the plight and suffering of other living creatures, and we're capable of choosing to do something about it, just like you're choosing to do something about it today. And then I watched another video about bears last night. It's on Vimeo. You can watch it, called The Grizzly Truth, and it's about trophy hunting in BC and bears in BC. There's a whole spectrum of people with different views. There's Charlie Russell. He spent his whole life trying to understand bears. He's lived with bears. There are the people who take tourists back into the backcountry to view bears, to photograph, and to bring tens of millions of dollars into the BC economy doing so. And then there's trophy hunters. And the most upsetting scene in the film is when the trophy hunters watch this spectacularly beautiful female grizzly bear. And she's rolling around on the side of a hill on a warm, sunny day. And she's just being a bear. And she's clearly enjoying life. And then she stands up and they shoot her. And the film asks the question, why? It's the opposite of those people who rescued that black bear. It's selfishness, it's apathy, it's indifference, it's greed, and it's ego. It's seeing the world and the creatures of this world as being there for us, and not having an intrinsic value, not having the same right to life that we have. It's seeing them as a commodity, as a price tag, and that's wrong. In so many ways, the BC Liberal stance on trophy hunting captures everything that's wrong with this government. Inequality. Who's coming here to shoot grizzlies? It's rich people who can afford to pay for it. It's the 1%. Injustice. When more than 90% of the people of BC are calling for an end to this, the government's job is to listen to its employers, and that's the people of BC. It's pay to play. Who gets special treatment in this province? It's the big donors with their big money. And let's be clear, this government does not understand basic economics. A living grizzly bear can bring in tourist dollars for its entire life. A grizzly bear killed by trophy hunters, well, that's just a one-shot deal, isn't it? So where have the Greens stood? we have stood squarely with you. On February 15th, 2014, Andrew Weaver stood on these steps at a Save BC Bears rally, and then he went into the legislature and said that he was in support of a province-wide ban on trophy hunting of the grizzly bears. March 2015, Andrew tabled a bill to stop trophy hunting of bears and presented a petition in the House with 16,000 signatures. He supported the Grizzly Bear Foundation inquiry, and 3 weeks ago he tabled another bill aimed at stopping the trophy hunting of BC Grizzly Bears. The Green Party wants to see this hunt stopped. Let's be the best we can be. Let's be empathetic, compassionate, kind. Let's recognize that these beautiful, majestic, playful creatures have the right to exist. They have the right to be exactly who they are. They have the right to roll around in the sun on a gorgeous spring afternoon and not be shot as soon as they stand up, all for the stroking of somebody's ego. Let's do the right thing, and Jens, I'm with you. Let's make 2017 the year that trophy hunting of grizzly bears is stopped in BC.